Hi, this is Jarrell with Quantum Light Consciousness. I just wanted to record a quick video today, quick audio, basically just talking about some of the things that are very important to developing spiritually, um, based off understanding the universe, based off how the universe is intimately connected with the human form, and how to apply those physics to your physical body so you can develop a lot quicker and progress a lot quicker. Um, and that's based off, just knowing that the torus field is the most fundamental form of energy found throughout the universe. It's literally what everything is made up out of. Every atom is actually a torus field, and understanding the atomic structure is actually a unified structure of energy all linked together. And when you understand the atoms are, just all linked together in a torus, you look at the torus and you see that the torus is just one particle spinning really fast in a self-perpetuating vortex, which is you. That's what surrounds you. You have a self-perpetuating vortex. If you ever seen any animations online of a torus spinning around a human body, just picture that and understand that that energy is just one particle spinning very fast that makes up the entire form, um, and it just goes in a self-perpetuating vortex. And when you understand that, you can see how that can make a ring on an atom, and you can see that spinning in your mind's eye, and you can start to develop your own physics with your own psychic development, psychic protection, psychic healing, psychic understanding, intuitive development. It goes on and on, just from really understanding the torus. That's the most important thing, really, besides processing your emotional stuff and um, understanding your thoughts and who you are. Um, so yeah, I mean that's what I like to do when I'm meditating. I'm basically taking my knowledge and then expanding on that, based off what I know and what I can do, um, from where I was last time I was in meditation, what I had learned either in dream time or maybe a download I got sometime during the day, um, and then it just builds. So um, yeah, it's really just knowing your geometry as well. Um, if you know the Merkaba, if you know um, the physics of space time, and just know what constitutes the structure of the vacuum, and you're able to take that geometry as well and utilize that with the torus, because that also spins the torus. You can go either way. Whatever whatever's easier for you. Some people like the Merkaba meditation. Others will go straight into the flower of life stuff and work with that with the torus field, because that's what the flower of life is. Also, it's just a torus. It's the pattern of the torus spins in a sphere, um, and that sphere is illuminated across dimensions, across the universe, in every dimension. Um, so if you can picture that, just yourself as an illuminated human being with a sphere around you at all times, and knowing how that sphere is made up of a unified field of a self-perpetuating vortex, you're on your way. And that's it. That's what I would say to somebody who was looking to really get into spiritual psychic development, from the get-go. Besides doing basic meditation and getting your brain waves synced in a good level that you can get into a meditative state rather quickly. Um, And yeah, that's something that I really think that is important. What else did I have? Yeah, the physics and the geometry of the human body is based off illumination, because when you see the same shapes across time and space and across nature, no matter how big the form of the life, or no matter how small the form of the life, that opens up doors like you can't even fathom. You know, you could you could put yourself in that geometry, and then you could start to link up with the infinite intelligence of the universe, of what everything has come from, and then you could start to be able to transcend, where you're at, just from a normal human body and a traditional 3D understanding. Um, One of the good blog posts that are good to, you know, read or look over is upgrading your inner processing system, no, upgrading your inner operating system that I wrote. It's based off, upgrading your understanding and how to do that. Because that's all, really, upgrading is. When you know and when you understand something, you have to know it. You're not liable to know something only because somebody else knows it. Only you know what you know, and that's another huge thing in spirituality, because nobody's ever going to be on your level. You know, there's always going to be someone who is going to say something, or there's always going to be the collective consciousness who will have no idea what you're talking about, or would never be able to fathom any types of, you know, physics of space-time, because it doesn't come on Discovery Channel. You have to go out and search the stuff, research it, understand it, apply it, and then as you're applying it, understand that you're applying it and how it's working, and then get that in your cellular memory when you put these meditations into play. That's Torus physics. That's geometrics of the Torus and of the universe. It increases your mind, your capacity to process, to think on your feet, to be aware, to be empathic, to see, to hear, and to just cognize. You get that claircognizance, because once you hit that state, you're basically existing, outside of time, because you've linked into the geometry of the universe, and you're at a 0 point within yourself. But that's a whole nother audio. So what you can take from this is just know that, the Torus is the most important thing that you need to understand. Because I used to think that I understood it. I would watch one of those great physicists. His name's Nassim Haramein. I would watch his videos and be like, okay, yeah, the Torus, that's awesome. And I watch Spirit Science too on YouTube. I'm like, yeah, Torus, I understand, but I just had like a basic, like, kindergarten understanding of it. Like, yeah, it creates, everything makes it up, and everything is made up of it, and it's, the basis of what everything is created off of. So, that was it. My understanding stopped there until you go deeper into your mind, and then you kind of just get insights, just, either from your higher self, from a guide, or just from, a higher version of you, You call it, your fifth dimensional higher self. You get clarity, and then you get to see the physics for yourself, um, and then you kind of just get like an illumination in your mind, and you see, the physics happening right in front of your face, and then you get to understand. Um, it happens to anybody who goes after that and who's diligent to become aware of what is going on around them on an energetic level within and throughout the cosmos and throughout, you know. So going from that understanding, from a, a basic understanding to a more advanced understanding, is just really, you can either see it for yourself, or you could see it in your mind's eye, or you could kind of look at the physics of what the great scientists have figured out, and know that when you see an atom, you're seeing a unified process, and that process is the same as an atom and is a singularity. Um, and based off the singularity understanding, as there's also the torus, and that's also the most basic too. Um, because there's a whole, and then there's a singularity as a whole, and then you have the singularity inside, you know, as every being as their own perspective, all feeding each other's perspective as a collective co-creation for consciousness to evolve. And then you can do that yourself. You can do your own feedback from your own perspective, based off from what you learn and from what you understand, and continue to grow that way. So if you can understand yourself as your own individual with your own unique perspective, who will learn most effectively from their own experience and their own lessons that they learn and implement, that's probably one of the most important things you can also do as well. Um, it's kind of like you will live inside first, and then outside is just, it's just information. You can take it or leave it, but internally, you know who you are, and you know your personal truths, and then you build off those, based on what they are and what you currently understand and are willing to understand and grow off of. So that's how singularity works, because you have a torus field as that singularity, because it's only one particle, and that particle is constantly moving and swirling in a vortex, generating its own feedback. And that's how the human body vortex works. You know, if you've seen a torus field ever fire, you see the torus fire out the head, down, and back up again, around and back out the head. You know, in a vortex. You know, and it goes around and round, and it's constantly feeding back off of your habits, your thought forms, your emotions, and your actions that govern all those. So just really understand that, and know that you're the creator, you're the master of your own perception and your own personal truths, and that's the biggest thing. You have your Taurus, and as long as you keep that spinning, you understand it, and you're able to grow a lot quicker. So that's what I wanted to explain. That's what I wanted drop with you guys today. So I hope you're having a good day, and I'll talk to you soon.